You ever notice that modern love doesn't even feel like love anymore? It's like emotional tech support. You're not dating people now, you're troubleshooting them. Every relationship starts with, have you tried turning yourself off and on again? People don't date to fall in love anymore, they date to fix bugs. Oh, you're insecure? Let me patch that in version 3.0. Love used to be this wild, messy, uncontrollable thing. Now it's like, hold on, let me check my emotional settings. Dating apps have completely destroyed romance. It's like ordering a human from Amazon. You scroll through faces, check the specs, read the reviews. Seems emotionally unavailable but has good teeth. 4 stars. Delivery in 2 to 3 texts. And you can literally return them without guilt. Didn't fit my lifestyle. Refunded my self-esteem. The worst part is, nobody even flirts anymore. Flirting is a lost art. Back in the day, you had to risk humiliation. You had to walk up to someone in person, sweaty, nervous, trying to make them laugh. That took guts. Now it's just double tapping someone's photo from 2019 at 2 a.m. and hoping they get the hint. We used to chase love, now we chase validation. You're not even trying to connect with someone, you're trying to confirm that you're still worth something. Every message is just, please tell me I still matter. You're not saying, hey, I like you. You're saying, am I still desirable or should I just buy a dog? Modern relationships are built on data, not feelings. We track everything, texts, likes, last seen timestamps. People act like FBI agents. He said goodnight at 10:02, but was active at 10:07. Who's he talking to? We used to get jealous of real people. Now we get jealous of emojis. Who's that smiley face with hearts? The talking stage is the dumbest invention of our time. We're not dating, we're talking. Talking? That's what humans have been doing for 200,000 years. Now it's a whole relationship phase. What's next? The breathing stage? We're not serious yet. We're just exchanging oxygen. The talking stage is like a demo version of a relationship. You get limited access, but none of the commitment. You're like, wow, I love this app. Then it's like, to continue, please enter your trust. And most people just delete it. And ghosting is the modern breakup. No explanation, no closure, just silence. You pour your heart out to someone, and then poof, they vanish like a magician who got bored mid-show. It's emotional, unfinished business. Hey, remember me? I still exist. Error 404, feelings not found. It's weird because everyone says they want honesty, but no one can handle it. You ask someone why they stopped talking to you, and they're like, I just got busy. Busy? What are you, the Secretary General of the United Nations? You were just posting memes about pizza. We've turned relationships into customer service. Hi, thanks for being with me. How can I help you today? Yeah, my partner's not loading properly. Have you tried apologizing for something you didn't do? Every relationship eventually turns into tech support. My boyfriend isn't responding. Did you check your tone? Yeah, I restarted the conversation. Try turning it off for a week. If he doesn't reboot, he's probably with someone else. You know how couples used to say, I love you? Now it's, did you see my message? That's the modern, I love you. The new way to say, I care about you is by reacting with a heart emoji within 30 seconds. Love's gone from poetry to push notifications. He hasn't texted me in 4 hours. Maybe his phone died. No, his will to live died when he met you. And when you finally get into a relationship, it's not even romantic anymore. It's administrative. You're just constantly managing expectations. Did you eat? Did you sleep? Did you schedule time to talk about why we're unhappy? Relationships used to be spontaneous. Now they're project management with hormones. Everyone's got anxiety. Everyone's traumatized. Everyone's in therapy. I'm starting to think love died the day therapy became trendy. Because now everyone's too self-aware to be in love. You can't even argue properly anymore. You're like, you hurt my feelings. And they're like, that's your inner child reacting. No, that's me reacting to you being an idiot. People use psychology like weapons now. You're gaslighting me. You're projecting. You're emotionally unavailable. Yeah, because I've been emotionally available for 30 years and it's not paying rent. There's no mystery anymore. You can learn everything about someone before you even meet them. Their favorite movies, their trauma, their dog's name, their breakfast. Back in the day, you had to discover someone. Now you just scroll through their personality like a menu. Ooh, abandonment issues. Spicy. Even breakups are tech-based now. You don't even get dumped in person. You get an essay through text filled with corporate buzzwords. After careful consideration, I don't think this partnership aligns with my long-term goals. What are we, merging companies? Effective immediately, I'll be seeing other people. Then comes the closure talk. The dumbest, most useless ritual ever invented. Nobody gets closure. You just get new trauma. I just want to understand why you left. Because you're you. Oh, closure isn't real. It's like trying to close a browser tab that's frozen forever. The worst part? Everyone's pretending they don't care. It's all about low effort energy. You can't show interest because that's cringe. You have to act detached. Yeah, I like them, but I don't want to seem desperate. Why? Because we live in a world where caring is embarrassing. Being genuine is now a liability. We post quotes like, if they wanted to, they would. Yeah, maybe they wanted to, but their Wi-Fi was down, Jessica. Maybe love doesn't always fit in your motivational Instagram carousel. Relationships now are about strategy, not connection. You have to time your replies, analyze their tone, consult friends like you're decoding a hostage letter. He said K instead of okay. Do you think he's mad or just dead inside? And dating apps. God, dating apps have made people delusional. You start thinking you have options, but you don't. You're not swimming in a sea of fish. You're drowning in a puddle of emotionally constipated frogs. Every app's the same, looking for something real. Yeah, sure, everyone's looking for something real. Until it requires effort. People say, I want a deep connection, but they can't even commit to a song longer than 2 minutes. And then there's this new wave of situationships. That word should be illegal. It's a relationship that doesn't want to admit it's a relationship. We're not dating, we're just existing in each other's emotional space, rent-free. Situationships are like Netflix trials. You enjoy it for a month, then forget to cancel. You wake up one day like, wait, am I emotionally subscribed to this person? And everyone's polyamorous now, or open-minded, or emotionally fluid. You're not emotionally fluid, you're just indecisive with Wi-Fi. People don't fall in love. Now they fall into schedules. I can see you Friday after therapy before my inner healing circle. Love's supposed to be chaotic, not an Outlook calendar invite, and we've made it so transactional. What do you bring to the table? The table? I just brought myself. What happened to liking someone because they make you laugh? Now it's like a job interview. So where do you see this relationship in 5 years? Hopefully not on LinkedIn. Even sex has become mechanical. Everyone's like, what's your love language? My love language? I don't know, not being ignored maybe. It's like people are trying to hack intimacy. If I say these 5 words in the right order, maybe she'll love me. You can't even have a fight without a psychological breakdown. You yelled at me, that's triggering. Yeah, so is your inability to load the dishwasher. Modern love has turned us into performance artists. We don't love people, we curate experiences. We went on a picnic and I posted it on my story. Great, but did you even enjoy it, or were you just collecting content for the breakup montage? And don't even get me started on couple therapy. The biggest scam since bottled water. You pay someone $200 an hour to watch you argue politely. How does that make you feel? Poor. It makes me feel poor. Everyone's chasing healing now. I need to heal before I love again. You're never going to be fully healed. You're a person, not an iPhone update. Nobody's ever like, all right, all emotional bugs fixed, I'm ready for love. No, you're just less annoying than last year. I had a friend who said, I'm focusing on myself right now, which is code for nobody likes me, but I'm pretending it's a choice. Focusing on yourself is great until you realize you're the problem. Love today is basically emotional customer service. You spend all your time explaining to people how to treat you right. Please hold, your partner will be with you shortly. Estimated wait time, forever. And when someone finally does love you properly, you don't even trust it. They texted me, good morning. Ugh, too eager. They took 3 hours to reply. Ugh, too distant. Nobody can win. It's a game where love's the prize and fear's the referee. I think that's why people settle now, because real love is terrifying. You have to be vulnerable. And nobody wants that. We just want someone who texts back consistently and has decent hygiene. We've lowered the bar so far. It's underground. People be like, he's amazing. Why? He didn't ghost me. That's the standard now. Not kindness, not chemistry, just presence. He exists. I'm in love. And the funny part is, the more technology we have, the lonelier everyone feels. You can reach anyone, anywhere, instantly. And yet, we've never been more emotionally disconnected. It's like we built the most powerful communication tools in history and used them to send WID, we're all pretending to be okay with temporary love. It's chill. I'm just seeing where it goes. No, you're not. You're crying over a meme he liked, but we can't admit that. Because vulnerability is cringe now. Love is cringe. Everyone wants to seem unbothered. But deep down, everyone's dying to be bothered. Everyone's desperate for someone who says, I miss you, and actually means it. But no one wants to go first. Because whoever cares first loses. That's the rule now. Love has become a hostage negotiation. Show affection if you show yours first. And it's funny, because under all the sarcasm, all the cynicism, people still want the same thing, to feel safe with someone who gets them. But instead, we're stuck running emotional diagnostics, rebooting trust, clearing the cache of past relationships. Love isn't romantic anymore. It's tech support for broken people trying to get their hearts to function again. Hello, thank you for calling emotional support. Please describe the issue. Yeah, my partner's emotionally unavailable. Okay, have you tried childhood trauma repair? I did, but it keeps freezing when I start trusting again. And then the support agent just says, sorry, that's a hardware issue. You ever realize how being single used to be this embarrassing thing and now it's like a lifestyle brand? People brag about it now. I'm single by choice. Yeah, your choice and everyone else's. We used to feel bad about it. You'd go to a wedding alone, sit at the singles table, and pretend you're fine. Now people show up like it's a victory parade. I'm just focusing on my growth. Okay, sunflower, you've been growing for 6 years. Maybe it's time to bloom with someone. It's hilarious how single people talk about relationships like veterans talk about war. Never again, man. You don't know what it's like out there. They get PTSD from group chats. Someone posts a couple selfie and you can hear them mutter, poor bastard doesn't even know yet. And when you are single, everyone suddenly becomes a relationship guru. You'll find someone when you least expect it. That's the dumbest advice ever. Nobody finds love when they least expect it. You don't walk into a Starbucks trip and land in a lifelong commitment. You find love when you're trying way too hard and pretending you're chill about it. People love to say you can't love someone else until you love yourself. That's another scam. If I could love myself properly, I wouldn't need anyone else. That's the whole point. Nobody's out here like, I'm perfect. Let me add another human to this chaos. Modern dating's like trying to download love with slow internet. You get halfway through, it buffers, crashes, and you're like, screw it. I'll just pirate affection off someone else. And it's always the weirdest people giving advice. Some guy with 3 divorces and a neck tattoo is suddenly like, let me tell you what women want. No, let me tell you what you want. A lawyer. Dating's just chaos now. You meet someone online, text for weeks, finally meet, and realize their entire personality was lighting. Every photo looked like a magazine cover. Then you meet in person, and it's like, who the hell are you? You're both sitting there like you ordered the wrong meal. And people love saying, just be yourself. Yeah, sure, because myself has been working great so far. Myself is the reason I'm eating leftover pizza alone on a Wednesday. Nobody wants yourself. They want the edited version of you that doesn't talk about existential dread midday. You know what's wild? People actually judge you for how fast you reply to messages. It's like a new social currency. If you reply too fast, you're desperate. If you reply too slow, you're disinterested. There's no winning. You have to time your text like you're defusing a bomb. All right, I'll wait 17 minutes so they know I'm interested but not lonely. And the worst is when you double text. Oh my God, double texting feels like confessing a crime. You send that second message and you can feel your dignity evaporating. You're like, I'm officially pathetic. We're so afraid of rejection that we don't even take emotional risks anymore. We pre-reject ourselves. I won't tell them how I feel. It's probably not mutual. Great, you just lost the game without even playing. Love used to be brave. People wrote letters, crossed oceans, risked everything. Now we can't even risk leaving someone on read, and everyone's addicted to drama. You can't just like someone normally. It has to be toxic enough to feel real. If it's peaceful, you start panicking. Why aren't we fighting? Do you even care about me? We've confused adrenaline for connection. Healthy relationships feel boring to people who've been raised on chaos. It's like quitting caffeine. You're just sitting there like, wait, so you're not going to yell at me or disappear for 3 days? What's the catch? And then people post these quotes online. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Yeah, maybe. If you text back, you can't ghost someone, and then say the universe decided it wasn't right. The universe didn't ghost them, you did. People love to blame the universe. It just wasn't our time. No, it was your time. You were both just bad at it. Stop acting like Mercury's in retrograde. It's your communication skills that are in retrograde. You know what else kills me? Social media relationships. Oh my God. Couples now have to prove their happiness to strangers. Every post is a performance. Happy 2 weeks with my soulmate. Soulmate? You met at a gas station, relax, and when they break up, they act like they're addressing the nation. We've decided to part ways, but we'll always love and respect each other. No, you won't. You'll block each other by Friday. We used to date people. Now we date their online version. You fall in love with an algorithm. You're not dating a human. You're dating a curated collection of filters and captions. She looks so deep. No, she just knows how to use portrait mode. And don't even get me started on texting tone. We've reached a point where punctuation decides relationships. Hey versus hey can cause emotional breakdowns. One dot can ruin your whole day. Why do you put a period? Is he mad? No, he's just grammatically correct. You're unstable. It's exhausting. We have all this technology to make love easier, but it just gives us new ways to misunderstand each other. And then, when something finally feels real, you don't know how to handle it. You start overthinking, they like me too much. What does that even mean? Since when is mutual affection a red flag? We sabotage things that are good for us because we don't trust peace. If someone doesn't stress us out, we think it's faked. Like happiness is suspicious now. They're too nice, they must be hiding something. Yeah, a functioning nervous system, and I hate that we've made love conditional. Everyone's got a checklist now. They need to be tall, funny, emotionally intelligent, spiritual, financially stable, gym-going, trauma-aware, vegan, but chill about it. You're describing God, good luck. People talk about high standards, like it's noble. But half the time, it's just fear in disguise. We set the bar so high, nobody can reach it. That way, we never have to risk disappointment. And the irony? The people with the longest checklists are usually the biggest messes. I need someone who's healed. Ma'am, you just threatened to text your ex during brunch. You know what I miss? Imperfect love. The kind where you actually fight, make up, laugh about it later. Now, one argument, people are like, this is toxic. No, it's Tuesday. You're supposed to disagree sometimes. Love used to be about effort. You stayed, you worked on things, you grew. Now it's about convenience. The second something gets hard, people say, this isn't serving me. It's love, not a subscription plan. It's like we all want the benefits of connection without the vulnerability. We want to feel seen without being exposed. That's why everyone's tired. We're emotionally buffering all the time. And then there's this thing where people act like detachment is sexy. I don't catch feelings. Wow, congratulations, sociopath. That's not cool. That's sad. You're bragging about emotional numbness like it's a skill. I had a friend who said, I like to keep things casual. Yeah, you also like to cry in your car after sex, but sure, let's keep it casual. We're all pretending we're okay being alone, but deep down we're not. Nobody's okay being alone. We've just gotten good at distracting ourselves. We fill the void with memes, snacks, and podcasts about other people being in love. Even love songs sound different now. They used to be about devotion and heartbreak. Now it's all, I don't need you, I'm thriving. Yeah, until you're drunk at 2 a.m. scrolling through their old photos. You know what's scary? We've turned connection into a competition. Who cares less wins? They haven't texted me in 2 days. Cool, don't text them either. So now we're both miserable and proud. Congratulations, nobody wins. Everybody's lonely. We're all just pretending. Pretending not to care, pretending not to hurt, pretending to be healed. And then we wonder why it feels so fake, because it is, we built a world where vulnerability is weakness and love is a liability. But you can't tech support your way through that. You can't download a fix for being human. There's no update for heartbreak. And maybe that's the punchline, right? We made love so complicated trying to avoid pain that now we don't even feel much at all. We're all stuck in some emotional software loop, refreshing, updating, waiting for the next connection to load. We used to love like fire. Now we love like Wi-Fi. Unstable, insecure, and only works when you're close enough. And I swear one day someone's gonna make an app called HeartFix where you just log your emotions like tech tickets. Issue, partner won't communicate. Priority, high. Resolution, none. But even if someone made that, we'd still screw it up, because no matter how much we evolve, humans will always be messy, will always miscommunicate, overthink, and love the wrong people. That's the one thing no algorithm can fix. Anyway, speaking of emotional malfunctions, I once went on a date with this woman who said she didn't believe in labels. And I was like, that's cool, but how do you organize your feelings then? Do you just throw them all in one drawer like loose batteries? So I ask her, you don't believe in labels? And she goes, yeah, I think labels limit us. And I'm like, no, labels help us identify things. Without them, you're just emotionally lactose intolerant, but you keep drinking milk anyway. I said, so what are we then? And she goes, we're just vibing. Vibing, that's not a relationship. That's an unpaid internship. Where vibing means I like you enough to waste your time, but not enough to define it. You can't build love on vibes. Vibes are what you use when you can't commit to a decision. How do you feel about me? I don't know, the energy's good. Yeah, so it was Chernobyl before it exploded. And you know what's crazy? People actually get mad if you ask for clarity now. So what are we doing? Whoa, relax, don't put pressure on it. Pressure? I'm not asking for a wedding date. I just want to know if I should shave tomorrow. The fear of defining things is insane. It's like everyone's traumatized by labels. I don't want to ruin what we have. What do we have, though? Confusion, anxiety, a shared Spotify playlist. Everyone's so obsessed with keeping things chill. That's the problem. Love isn't chill. Love's messy, inconvenient, terrifying. It's late-night arguments, bad timing, and still showing up anyway. Nobody wants that anymore. Everyone wants comfort without commitment, depth without danger. We've created this new breed of half relationships. You share everything, secrets, bodies, hopes, but you can't share a title because that's too heavy, that's too serious. And then people wonder why they're anxious. It's because you're building a house with no foundation. And of course, after it ends, they say, I just need to focus on me. Everyone's always focusing on themselves now. It's like the new religion. You can't even argue with them. I'm focusing on my healing. Okay, what are you healing from? Love or accountability? I met someone recently who said, I'm emotionally unavailable right now. And I thought, wow, that's like saying I'm allergic to empathy. Imagine telling someone, hey, I'd love to connect, but unfortunately, I'm emotionally out of service. I think the truth is everyone's scared. We act all independent, all strong, but we're terrified of being hurt. We've seen too much. We've watched people crumble, cry over red receipts, spiral over someone's last seen status. Nobody wants to go through that again, so we numb ourselves. We keep things light. We vibe. We use humor as a shield and call it self-awareness. We build walls and decorate them with inspirational quotes. And then you meet someone who tries to climb that wall, and you sabotage it, because if they actually get in, they'll see how messy it really is inside. And God forbid someone sees us without the filter. I once dated someone who was obsessed with energy. She'd say things like, I just feel like our chakras aren't aligned. I said, yeah, maybe because you blocked me last week. We live in this generation where people read one self-help book and think they're the Dalai Lama. Everyone's suddenly a philosopher. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, but sometimes the reason is you made a dumb decision. Nobody can just admit when they're wrong anymore. They have to turn it into a lesson. That breakup taught me so much about myself. No, it didn't. It just taught you to stop dating people named Kyle. We've turned heartbreak into a brand. Everyone's healing publicly. You can't scroll online without seeing someone posting their growth era. Like no one needs to see your emotional PowerPoint presentation. 2023 taught me to choose myself. Great. 2024 should teach you to stop tweeting every thought you have. And then there's this trend of soft life. Everyone's like, I'm in my soft era. Soft from what? You've never lifted an emotional weight in your life. I'm protecting my peace. From who? The barista who spelled your name wrong? We love pretending we're healed, but we're not. We just learned better vocabulary. We don't say I'm crazy anymore. We say I'm setting boundaries. No. You're ghosting people and calling it self-care. And the whole no contact rule after a breakup. That's the funniest one. It's supposed to help you move on, but really it's just you sitting in silence, waiting for them to miss you. No contact, day 27. You're not healing, you're just counting down to your relapse. You ever notice how people always say, I deserve better after getting dumped? Yeah, maybe. But sometimes you also deserve the dump. Sometimes better just means different disappointment. I think people forget love is supposed to be inconvenient. It's not meant to fit neatly into your calendar between gym and meditation. It's supposed to mess you up a little. It's supposed to scare you. But now we treat emotions like apps. Download, use, uninstall when they crash. Oh, that relationship drained my battery. Yeah, because you never charged it with honesty. I miss when people used to write love letters. Now you get a text that says you up. That's romance now, lowercase u. That's how low we've gone. We don't even talk deeply anymore. It's all memes, reels, and TikToks. People think sending a funny video is emotional intimacy. I sent you that clip because it reminded me of us. Yeah, it's a raccoon falling off a chair. Thanks for the sentiment. We've replaced affection with entertainment. People don't share their souls. They share playlists. This song is how I feel. Then tell me. I can't build a relationship off your Spotify queue and communication. Oh my God, nobody communicates. Everyone's too scared of ruining the vibe. The vibe again. The vibe's the new God. Don't ruin the vibe. You could be dying inside, but as long as the vibe's good, nobody cares. I had someone once say, let's just go with the flow. Yeah, but what if the flow's going toward a waterfall? Maybe we should paddle. And then when things inevitably fall apart, they're like, it wasn't meant to be. No, it was meant to be. You just didn't try. You can't ghost someone and then act like destiny did it. It's weird though, because underneath all of this, the games, the pride, the pretending, everyone's just exhausted. We've been emotionally speed dating for years and nobody's really connecting. We've got a whole generation that's touch starved, but commitment phobic. It's like watching someone die of thirst next to a glass of water, but they won't drink it because it's too available. We crave connection, but fear vulnerability. So we settle for almost relationships, almost love, almost honesty. We live in a world full of maybes and kindas. Nobody says, I love you anymore. They say, I like your energy. And every breakup now comes with a playlist, a journal entry, and a podcast episode. Love used to end quietly. Now it ends with brand deals and affiliate links. My heartbreak skincare routine, Jesus Christ. And dating coaches, those are my favorite. These people giving advice like they cracked the code. Here's how to get anyone to fall in love with you in 30 days. Yeah, because nothing says authentic connection like a step-by-step PDF. It's all ridiculous, but it's also kind of beautiful in a pathetic way. Because even with all our dysfunction, people still keep trying. We keep downloading the apps, going on bad dates, pretending we're fine, swiping, texting, overanalyzing, because deep down, we're all still looking for that one person who makes it feel simple again. That's the irony. We complicate love because we're terrified of how simple it really is. Just two people saying, hey, I like you, let's see what happens. But we can't do that anymore. We need disclaimers and exit strategies. I like you, but if you don't reply in 12 hours, I'll assume emotional death. And I get it, I'm just as guilty. I've ruined good things because I didn't know how to handle something genuine. I've chased people who didn't want me just to prove I was worth wanting. I've texted back when I shouldn't, stayed when I shouldn't, pretended I didn't care when I did. Because at the end of the day, love makes idiots out of all of us. And maybe that's okay. Maybe being an idiot is part of the deal. You can't protect yourself from love without also protecting yourself from life. But man, it'd be nice if it came with a user manual. Just a little guide that says if the person stops responding, don't spiral. They're just broken too. Because that's what it really is. Two people trying to fix each other with broken tools. We're all just calling emotional tech support, waiting on hold, listening to that same song play while the operator says, your heart is important to us. Please stay on the line. And we do, because no matter how jaded we get, we still hope someone picks up. You ever notice that talking about feelings has become this horrifying event now? Like you try to have an honest conversation and the other person looks like you pulled a knife on them. Hey, I just wanted to say I really like you. Whoa, slow down, man. I just followed you back on Instagram. It's like everyone's allergic to sincerity. You say something real and people immediately need to detox. That's too intense. Too intense? What do you want? Lukewarm affection? You want someone who texts you sup once a week? We treat genuine emotion like it's radiation. Handle with care, keep it a distance, and definitely don't look directly at it. And I get why. We grew up watching love fall apart. Our parents fought, our friends cheated, our crushes ghosted us, and we all learned the same lesson. Don't care too much, because caring hurts. So now we flirt like spies. We show interest with plausible deniability. Haha, you're cute. Haha, thanks. Haha. Nobody commits. Just a bunch of nervous laughter, hiding decades of emotional fear. And when you do catch feelings, it's like catching a disease. I think I'm coming down with something. Oh God, what is it? Attachment. No. And God forbid you actually fall for someone normal, because then your brain immediately starts self-sabotaging. Do they really like me? Are they pretending? Am I reading this wrong? Your mind turns into a courtroom. Every text is evidence. Every emoji is testimony. We don't even enjoy love anymore. We investigate it, and social media doesn't help. You can literally watch your crush live their life without you in real time. They post a story eating pancakes, and you're like, who made those pancakes? Who's that shadow in the reflection? You turn into a forensic analyst. Relationships used to be private. Now they're public broadcasts with live commentary. New post, he didn't tag her this time. Ooh, trouble in paradise. People turn heartbreak into spectator sports, and the algorithm doesn't let you heal. You break up, and suddenly it's showing you engagement rings, happy couples, love quotes. It's like the internet's mocking you. Maybe next time, champ. The truth is, love's not dying. It's just buried under all this noise. There's too much content, too many choices, too many opinions. You can't fall in love naturally when you're comparing your relationship to curated highlight reels of strangers. We used to meet people by accident. Now everything's optimized. I'll find my soulmate using a compatibility algorithm. Yeah, good luck. The same algorithm that suggested you buy adult diapers and catnip and dating apps. They're not even about love anymore. They're slot machines for attention. You swipe, 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 and every now and then you get that little dopamine hit. Match. You're like, I exist. And it dies out in 3 messages. Nobody dates to connect. We date to feel seen, validated, distracted. It's like emotional gambling. You keep playing, hoping one day you'll hit the jackpot, but most of the time you just lose sleep and dignity. And the bios, Jesus, looking for my partner in crime. Really? That's your opening line? You're not robbing a bank. You're just emotionally robbing yourself. Love adventures, sunsets, deep talks. Yeah, so does everyone. Calm down. Then you meet in person and it's awkward because neither of you knows how to interact without a screen. You both just sit there like 2 customer service bots malfunctioning. So, what do you do for fun? I scroll. It's wild. We've never been more connected, yet we've never been lonelier. You can message anyone in the world instantly, but you can't get one person to genuinely care. We've replaced love with accessibility. We don't fall for people anymore. We just text until someone responds faster than the others. And when things finally start going well, you panic because we've been conditioned to associate peace with boredom. If there's no chaos, we assume something's wrong. You sit there like, why haven't they hurt me yet? What's their game? That's how broken we are. We're suspicious of kindness. They're nice to me. Definitely hiding a murder basement. And when we finally do get hurt, we act shocked. Like we didn't see it coming. You saw the red flags. You just called them passion. He's emotionally unstable, but he texts fast. Great, so does a bot. And somehow, even after all the disasters, we go back out there, we swear off dating for 3 months, then download the app again like we forgot how pain works. This time it's different. No, it's not. It's the same circus, different clown. Love makes us delusional. You ever see someone clearly in a toxic relationship, and they're like, you don't know them like I do? Yeah, I don't have to. I can see the damage from here. We all become idiots in love. Smart, logical, rational people start saying stuff like, he's mean because he's scared of how much he likes me. What? No, he's just mean. You're not decoding Shakespeare, you're dating a jerk. And yet, we still chase it every time because the idea of finding someone who actually understands you, that still feels magical, even if the odds are terrible, even if you've been burned before. Because the truth is, we'd rather risk heartbreak than feel nothing. That's the paradox. We spend years building walls to protect ourselves, and then spend the rest of our lives hoping someone breaks them down. Maybe love today isn't broken. Maybe it's just adapting. Maybe this chaos is the modern version of romance. Maybe the messy texts, the awkward silences, the ghosting, the therapy sessions, the accidental 2 a.m. confessions. Maybe that's just what it looks like now because we're not the same. People love used to be written for. We're overstimulated, overthinking, overanalyzing creatures trying to find connection in a world built for distraction. Love's not poetic anymore, but it's still human. And maybe that's enough. Maybe the fact that we keep trying, that we keep swiping, texting, hoping means it's not dead, just under renovation. And yeah, maybe modern love is just emotional tech support. But at least we're still calling, at least we still care enough to wait on hold. Because even if we act all cool and detached, deep down, everyone's just hoping someone finally picks up and says, hey, I know it's been a while, but I'm here. Let's fix this together. Because no matter how modern, how cynical, how self-aware we get. Love's still the one bug we never really want patched. You know what's funny? Every time I talk about love like this, people come up to me afterward like, man, you sound like you've been through some stuff. Yeah, so we all have, that's the thing. Love used to be private pain. Now it's just a shared double Wi-Fi network of emotional trauma. Everyone's connected, everyone's buffering. And when you think about it, it's kind of beautiful, right? Like this global therapy session where no one's qualified and everyone's lying just a little bit. We're all pretending to be fine while quietly Googling, why does my heart hurt, when she posts a photo with someone else? And the internet's like, here are 74 reasons plus a quiz to find out which Disney princess you are based on your attachment issues. I miss when love had mystery. You'd fall for someone and half the attraction was not knowing every little thing about them. Now, before the first date, you already know their favorite food, their ex's face, and the name of their childhood dog. You know what they look like in high school, on vacation, and in lighting that should be illegal? There's no discovery left. It's just a background check with dinner. You used to find things out organically, like, oh, you play guitar? That's cool. Now it's, yeah, I saw that on your 2017 post when you were going through your Ed Sheeran phase. And the moment you finally connect with someone, the rest of the world becomes your third wheel. People comment, DM, share, analyze. Your love story isn't even yours anymore. It's a group project. We love you guys together. Oh, really? You don't even know me. You're rooting for a Netflix subplot. And when it ends, everyone's there for that too. They don't message to check if you're okay. They just wait for the breakup announcement like it's season finale day. OMG, he deleted all her pics. Yeah, because he's crying, Susan, not because he's teasing a new album. The digital age has turned heartbreak into content. You can't even suffer in peace. The algorithm's like, you seem sad. Here's 500 sad songs, 200 relatable memes, and a video of your ex liking someone else's reel. We used to heal by disappearing. Now we heal by posting vague quotes like, sometimes you have to lose what you love to find yourself. Everyone knows what that means. That's code for, he dumped me, and I'm pretending to grow. And the worst part? We all know it's pathetic, but we still do it because attention is our new medicine. We don't want to heal. We want to be witness. We want validation that our suffering matters, but man, real healing, that's quiet. It's boring. It's sitting alone, realizing maybe you weren't perfect either. Nobody wants to post that day 4 of emotional accountability. Realize I'm kind of manipulative. That's not going viral. And you ever notice how people act like falling in love is some rare, sacred event now? Like it's this impossible miracle, but you can't even give someone your full attention for 3 minutes without checking your phone. We say we want love, but we can't even tolerate stillness. People used to write letters, whole letters, pages of emotion with handwriting and ink and everything. Now, if someone takes longer than 3 minutes to reply, you assume they're dead or cheating. We don't want patience. We want instant emotional gratification. He didn't text back. Maybe he's busy. No, he's gaslighting me. Calm down, he's making a sandwich. And I'm not judging, I'm the same. I'll text someone and stare at my phone like it's a defibrillator. Come on, come on. I can't even pretend to be chill. I'm out here rereading messages like I'm deciphering ancient scripture. We've made love this complicated mess when it used to be simple. It used to be, do you like me? I like you. Let's figure it out. Now it's, what's your attachment style? Are you emotionally available or just codependent with good lighting? Love's turned into therapy disguised as romance. Everyone's diagnosing everyone. You're avoidant, you're anxious, you're toxic. No, we're just people who don't know what we're doing. That's all it is. We're all scared and pretending we're experts. And the irony is, for all the ways love's gotten harder, we still chase it like idiots. You'd think we'd learn, right? We've been ghosted, cheated on, left on read, emotionally breadcrumbed, and yet one smile, one compliment, and our brains go, he's the one. We never stop. We just reset and start another emotional tech support ticket. Yeah, hi, it's me again. The love thing's still broken. But maybe that's what makes it kind of beautiful, that no matter how logical, cynical, or emotionally damaged we get, some stupid, hopeful part of us still believes that's the glitch we can't fix. Because at the end of the day, underneath all the apps and profiles and ghosting and heartbreak, everyone's just walking around with a little signal inside them, hoping someone will connect. Maybe that's what modern love really is. Not perfect, not traditional, not cinematic, but stubborn. It refuses to die. It just keeps updating even when the software sucks. And maybe that's all we can do too. Keep updating, keep showing up, keep rebooting. Because even if every connection crashes, we still keep logging in, still hoping that one day someone won't just answer your call, they'll stay on the line. And maybe that's the punchline, right? That for all our advanced tech, all our knowledge, all our emotional vocabulary, love still feels exactly the same as it did 1,000 years ago. Messy, confusing, beautiful. And that's why we keep doing it. Because no matter how modern we get, deep down, everyone's still looking for that one person who won't hang up.